Two vehicles, two terminals, two major security concerns at Detroit Metro Airport in just a matter of months. After today's crash at the Evans terminal and the January crash inside the McNamara terminal, many are asking how this keeps happening and what can be done to prevent it. Joining us now is aviation expert Evan Brode with more on the security questions these incidents are raising. Good evening, Evan. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me, Jessica.
Good. So when this happened in January, I think so many of us were like, this is a fluke. This is a one-off. And then it happens again a few months later. What'd you make of this when this started making headlines earlier today?
I got the notification today and I was like, wait, we have old news. Why am I getting a notification of the same thing again? It's kind of crazy. It's not something you'd expect. And it kind of brings out a bigger problem here. Why is it happening again? Why did it happen again? What did we do last time as a result of it? And why didn't that change help prevent this in the future? Now, what we do know is that the previous incident back in January was at the McNamara terminal, but this incident is at the Evans terminal. Now, if you were recently at the airport at Metro Airport over the last couple of months, what you'll find is they put extra concrete barriers in front of those doors. At Evans terminal, they didn't do that, right? They had the concrete pillars, which have been there, the concrete posts. But based on the videos that you're showing now, the car literally drove right around them and right through them.
And I know that the airport even said today that they're kind of not battling, but they have to accommodate, American Disabilities Acts, when it comes to accessing doors and things like that. So there's only so much that they can do. But, there's got to be something even more that they can do now that this has happened twice.
I mean, it definitely outlines a bigger problem here. It shows that there is a bigger problem that maybe what's at surface value. I mean, both incidents had drivers that weren't fully with it, weren't fully there when they were driving the vehicle, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't necessarily on purpose or not on purpose at all, right? You do have federal officers working inside that building. That car, you could see in the photos, is very, very close to that TSA checkpoint. You have passengers trying to get to that work trip, trying to get to their honeymoon, trying to get to visit their family. And now they're disrupted by this. It literally closed the terminal. So now, the Wayne County Airport Authority came in, is doing some investigation. Now the FBI is joining in as well. But it definitely brings a bigger question. What can be done? Now, I don't fully understand how ADA compliance works in terms of airports and what's needed there. But what I can say is what is needed and what will have to be done is extra barriers or increasing the security around those doors. Whether it be several layers of barriers or different types of barriers, something's got to be done.
And Evan, the nice thing is airports have their own police department, most of them. They were there in just minutes, if not seconds. But, investigators will say, things like use the word soft target. And whenever I'm at the airport, I think that, too, all those big lines right in front of the check-in counters and even at baggage. What do you make of that and kind of as we look towards the future of fortifying airports even more than they already are?
I mean, this makes a point, right? The airports are supposed to be safe areas. They are safe, right? But we have cars and vehicles now crashing into them. Now, the big thing I want to point out here is, as a traveler, don't be afraid to go to the airport because you're worried a car might crash through the door, right? That's not the fear you want to have. Get to your destination. The problem is that this is something that isn't expected to happen. This isn't something that's supposed to happen. And so the FBI is going to look into this and they're going to kind of figure out, look at all the facts here, look at what the Wayne County Airport Authority gave them and figure out what has to be done, what has to be changed. Does something with ADA compliance have to be changed? Does the FAA get involved? These are the types of questions that will be asked.
And Evan, of course, we're hyper-focused because this happened twice here at home. In your experience traveling as an aviation expert, does this happen elsewhere or has it happened elsewhere?
I personally haven't seen it happen elsewhere. I hope it stays that way. I hope, this is it. This is that end. And we're able to, fortify the security at both terminals at Metro Airport. And maybe this is a learning lesson for other terminals as well prior to anything else happening that could be possible.
And maybe next time we talk to you, it'll be about a big revamp at DTW in terms of preventing this in the future. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, of course.